Alrighty, and welcome back. We have got some Chair League for you guys this evening. I am Bahamut, your caster. Welcome. We're going to be going into this game here. I am quite excited. On the left-hand side, we have Base Gods, and on the right, we have Zul'jin and Juice. Let me just adjust some lighting issue here. I'm seeing a little bit of a green screen show. But either way, how is everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. We're on a delay, so I apologize to Twitch chat. My responses will be a little bit late. But we are going to Cursed Hollow here. Zul'jin and Juice going to have the first ban. Now, at this point, it's either they're going to try and hinder the globals, or they're going to try and take out some sort of like high burst mage, or someone who's just going to, or even, honestly, even an ETC wouldn't be bad here. Typically on Cursed Hollow, we see a prioritization on the globals, much like a Dahaka, well, not False did because he is banned because there's an issue with two of his talents. There's talent issues at 13, 16. And then Diva just has a talent ban. So that's all we have for this evening. And they're going to go ahead and ban out the Gaul. Potential threat from... Nope. Looks like there is a mutual agreement between these two teams to ban out Shogal. So they will go ahead and do that. And they're going to open up this draft quite a bit. This is interesting. I actually really like this, where they're just literally completely keeping this open. I've never seen this before. Huh. Hey, I mean, if they have the agreement and this is what they want to do, it's better for us. I mean, I've never had a Cho and a Gaul ban. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But this first pickup here on the side of Zul'jin and Juice, I'm honestly leaning towards the Dahaka. If not, maybe their main tank, something like a Garrosh ETC wouldn't be bad. We've also seen, well, it is. There's not that much of a high priority. I have no idea what's happening, team. But that's the first pick. Gazlo on Cursed Hollow. I can't even right now. That is that is quite the first pick. But hey, if they want to go for it, that's great. I am so curious as to what these teams are going to be picking up now. Like they do a Cho and a Gaul ban. Like I also want to note that like Gazlo's not picked enough to the point where like he has issues within his own portrait. I just want to note that like that right there, it's backwards on camera. That right there is. I can't even right now with these two teams. This is absolutely phenomenal. Okay. I mean, I guess at this point, with the Gazla, you would want to go into a Hammer to counteract the Probius, so you can get a little bit of zoning with that too. And then on top of that, you could consider the Medivh, maybe? I don't know where they're going with these drafts. Oh my god. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's such a good movie, Zad Hots. I have not watched Dodgeball in quite some time. I honestly, I cannot do any sort of draft analysis at this point because it's like, it's too far down the meme hole that I can't even like, I don't know. Okay, so it looks like they're actually taking semi-serious heroes. I don't know what's honestly happening with these drafts. But Zul and Murden being picked up, there's a lot of actual pressure that they're building on the side of Zul'jin and Juice. The Zul being able to solo lane pretty well. Bold specialist pick, Cotton. Gaz ain't no socialist. But Murden, no, is actually, I think, quite a quality tank. Now, I don't know if they're just taking him to go for like the Haymaker. It's one of those talents that like I don't even know. They have to have some sort of agreement. Like, all right, we're gonna take like you get like a tank and all specialists maybe, and then I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Make booty break great again. The Lost Vikings are gonna be banned out here, and actually, to be fair. The Lost Vikings, I think that's a fair ban. I mean, a good Lost Vikings on Curse Hollow is definitely something that I would not want to be going up against. I'm curious what they're going to roll with this Abathur, because I don't know how this agreement works. But maybe they just get one tank, or maybe they get one non-specialist hero? Match rates, I wish. Oh, what are we going to be taking here? Okay, Lily. Blinds, I guess. Water Dragon. I mean, a duplicate Lily is pretty good. I can't. I don't even know, like, what to kind of even talk about. I should have just turned on sandbox mode, put everyone at like 150% speed or something. What a what an interesting start here. These last two slots. So if they were playing serious, I would think that they would want to pick up Stukov wouldn't be a bad idea as a healer. This failing swipe disengage is pretty strong. Rhaegar's an option as well. I actually think the Rhaegar would be pretty powerful here. The chain heals would be really... Actually, you know what? I take that back. Stukov would be better because the silence. The silence onto so many of these people would just... There's nothing that they can do. I mean... I don't even know what's currently happening. I don't know how this game's going to be played. This is just some sort... Like... I don't know. Do they take two healers here? They take Tracer Vala. So, healerless composition. What are the rules? What are the rules right? I have no idea. Please... Base Gods, could you take a tank here? Please take a tank. I beg of you. Compositionally right now, Zul'jin and you should win this over, like, they should just win this match over based on what they currently have. I mean, just the damage output from them is going to be way stronger. It's going to be an Illidan. I was wondering if they would run the Illidan because of Abathur, and it looks like that's going to be it. So they have... I don't even know, guys. I don't. This is absolutely crazy. But either way, welcome to the stream. This is Chair League. We are in playoffs, and this is Base Gods going up against Zul'jin and Juice. Let's get into the game and see what we're gonna experience. On the left-hand side, we have Base Gods with Fatal Rampage on Illidan, Ezreal on Lucio, D-Rec on Lily, Forever Zero on Abathur, and Medieval on Probius. On the right-hand side, we have Zul'jin and Juice with Ben on Tracer, Kurt Dog on Zul, Unaverted on Gazlo, Hemo Santiago on Vala, and Kozer on Muradin. Yeah, years of analysis. It's just so interesting. I've never... I feel like I'm honestly going into a quick match here. Like, that's how this seems to me. What is HOTS anymore? Exactly. What is HOTS anymore? All right. I'm sorry. I was reading chat there, and I was honestly just completely I was just double checking because there is another matchup right after this. So I just wanted to check into that really quickly. And I was kind of just clicking off screen there for a little bit. My apologies, but here we go into this matchup.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay.
Let the battle begin.
Oopsie. There we go. A little thrown off by this draft, honestly. I just don't even know what to expect here. Currently, though, we do have D-Rec getting rooted, actually. We do have Kozer getting onto him, taking a lot of damage. D-Rec will not be able to get out of there, and will be the first kill of the game going over to Zul'jin and Juice. Now, they just dedicated... Okay, they're actually rotating Vala up to top, it looks like. And they'll put the Zul in bottom. Currently have just a little bit of a push here. Fatal Rampage getting zoned out by the Gazlo bomb, but at the same time, Lucio's in bottom by himself. He does get a root. There is a potential kill for Ben there. Now in top lane, we currently have Vala going up against Medieval, and I'm curious to see how this matchup will be panning out, because if Probius can get the setup, he is going to be benefiting quite a bit, but at the same time, Vala does have a high burst output, so I'm curious to see if maybe that is going to be something that she's going to need to worry about. Now, Fatal Rampage with the Abathur head. It's going to take quite a bit of damage from Ben as he rotates through. Ben will actually catch one of the Abathur mines, take a little bit himself, and have to get out of there with about 100 health. All right. Hemo Santiago in top. Up against Medieval here. Gonna get a little bit of that burst, and that's what I'm talking about over time. Now, at the same time, Abathur is going to be hatting this lane, so that's definitely going to be helping them out quite a bit in this push, and they are kind of winning this over. But at the same time, in bottom, they are actually rotating D-Rec. Is just going to rotate. Unaverted is going to completely ignore D-Rec at this point, just putting turrets down and walking away. Ezreal getting actually rooted by the Zul, but unfortunately, it's not going to yield a kill. In mid lane, we currently have just Kozer going up and just solo laning, interestingly. And actually, Ben will get spotted out in this bush, so actually Medieval not rotating away quick enough. Gonna get the pulse bomb, and actually that will be the kill on to Probius. Top lane gonna be completely cleared out of any of its pylons as well as turrets, and that will push up a little bit. Now, Abathur did go up there, so that will get probed. Abathur will go up there, and that will definitely be a benefit for them, so they can still continue to push up that lane a little bit, and that's actually going to be extremely convenient for Vala, already being in place for this now. Gazlo currently coming in from core. We'll have to wait for that rotation, but at the same time, it looks like they leave their Zul in bottom. Zul'jin and Juice will go ahead and just leave him down there. Probius will rotate down, but I don't know if they're going to be able to set this up quick enough. Ben taking quite a bit of damage from the mines. Fatal Rampage is going to be able to dive onto him. There is the Abathur hat. Ben having to use the blink away, and Ezreal actually chasing, getting the Sound Blast, and that will be the kill on to Tracer here. Gazlo does have a few turrets up, so as Ezreal will come around, we'll get hit by a few of these. Vala going to get a little bit of burst damage on him. Now, D-Rec is trying to at least delay this as best as he can, but Unaverted looks like he will get the channel here. Abathur getting the delay once again. Kozer just actually going to have to back away here. Turrets are going to do the majority of their zoning. Abathur mines are in this bush, so if they do go for the chase, they can potentially get a little bit of somebody down, but it looks like Lucio with the Abathur hat will be getting almost the kills. 60 some. Actually, Vala will be falling to the minion wave, unfortunately. So this is still just going on and on and on. Now, we do have Tracer back here from that kill earlier. Now, they do actually get the kill. Tracer will blink forward. D-Rec taking a lot of damage. There is a blind that will kind of stop, but At this point, they're going to have to go ahead and clear out that lane. Mid is currently being pushed up a little bit. This minion wave is stacking up, so this is going to be something they're going to need to deal with. They're going to actually rotate their Vala into that position. Now, in bottom lane, Kurtdog taking quite a bit of damage from Medieval, and actually Fatal Rampage down here too. They potentially could get a kill if the Illidan gets the Avatar hat and can dive in for it. Going to go ahead and position for this flank. Wait for him to come a little bit too far out, and it looks like we will have the dive in from Fatal Rampage. There is the Bone Prison onto him, and it looks like he will just take a little bit of damage, and everyone's going to be walking away, and I apologize for that. We lost the Lucio in the top lane, it looks like. And we're going to go ahead and... Actually, they're going to Hearth here and go straight onto boss right away. Muradin and Kozer and Ben going to go ahead and actually burn this down together. Meanwhile, in mid... Hemo Santiago is going to kind of get pushed in a little bit here with this camp, and D-Rec. This is going to be the next curse popping up in the bottom left position, so the next one after this I believe should be top right. Are they... They're going to have to give this, unfortunately. But this does put boss into top lane for them. I don't know, this felt like it took way too long, and it might have been a little bit of kind of a pace change, because it honestly kind of gave a few minutes for, as you saw, Abathur. Now, granted, this is the boss walking up to this lane. It is a 5-minute boss. It's not super strong, but, you know, they did push out their lanes a little bit on the side of base gods. Bottom looks like it's getting stacked up a little bit from Probius. Illidan and actually Lucy are going to go ahead and steal away that camp as well. They're going to dedicate this 3-man into the top lane and really start to push. They're going to have, actually... a counter push in bottom. Azrael, Fatal Rampage, and Medieval going to go ahead and just push onto this fort. It looks like they'll probably trade out here, but unfortunately, this is going to hinder Abathur quite a bit. He is currently further back into the lane, which will actually, you know, take longer for his Locust to, you know, rotate into position. Now, we should have the curse actually popping up. There it is, exactly. And I apologize. This entire area looks like Abathur knew way before me that this was going to be the next one, and I'm sorry that I'm missing these deaths. I really apologize. I am just looking all around the map because these teams are just absolutely everywhere. And it looks like with that boss, they're going to push onto the keep gate. Now, at the same time, we currently have D-Rec getting bodied by 2 people. It does have the blind out, and there is actually the pulse round. Abathur Mine doing quite a bit of damage. There is the Abathur hat as well. Ben taking so much in these bushes. Will the damage over time? No, it will not. And actually, Kozer going to go ahead and actually get on to D-Rec. Hemo Santiago going to go ahead and come up here as well. Help out a little bit, and looks like they will get that kill. Now, at the same time, I need to note that Fatal Rampage has been in this bottom lane just pushing. We do have a rotation from Kurtdog onto him. He will get a little bit of value. Oh, actually, he's going to get Bone Prison. Now, we have the follow-up from Ben. The Skeletal Mages are there. They have the slow. Looks like Ben will get the kill. But we currently have top lane being stacked up quite a bit. I'm so sorry that I'm missing all these kills. I wanted to talk about just the laning here is just absolutely, like, everyone's all around the map. Because it's just like they're rotating people constantly. This is absolutely just, this isn't something that you typically see, because, you know, normally you don't have, Vala getting the kill onto Lucio there. It looks like probably through the gate. I apologize that I'm missing all these kills, but it's currently just the way that they've spread themselves around the map so much. It's absolutely insane. I mean, they have, at this point, double healer, double specialist, solo assassin. It's just so crazy. Versus a double specialist, double assassin tank comp. Like, no healer. This is absolutely insane to me. Currently have D-Rec with the hat from Abathur. Going to be able to get a little bit of a dismount, slow them out here a little bit. But at the same time, they do have the overall vision. D-Rec going ahead and using the Water Dragon. You'll get the slow into 2 of the members. The blind does go out. D-Rec actually going to get Bone Prison here. But Fatal Rampage diving into that backline. Does not have the Abathur hat here yet. Kozer having to utilize his avatar form. And actually, Kurtdog taking quite a bit of damage. Fatal Rampage will confirm that kill. But Gazelle will go ahead and kill the Lily. That still leaves Lucio up, though, for the healing. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and channel this. And this is going to be a 2-for-2 on tribute points. Fatal Rampage going to go ahead and capture this, and Kozer will be able to back off there. Now, in top lane, Abathur has been up here kind of pushing this up. Unaverted will go ahead and take a little bit of damage from the rotation. Going to go ahead and clear this out and not let it push in too much here, but he has to make sure that he's just not going to take any sort of unnecessary damage. Just got to play a little bit safe, making sure he avoids the bushes, because that's where Abathur Mines will definitely get you. Now, in this bottom position, it looks like Hemo Santiago went ahead and picked up this camp. That'll be pushing the bottom, which Kozer is currently pushing out. Now, in mid lane, we currently have the Abathur, which will be kind of stacking up onto that, as well as Medieval putting a few of these pylons down, getting a little bit of vision, as well as believe it gives a little bit of extra damage. Now, we actually have the Water Dragon out onto Kurt Dog, but a few of the members are splitting around here. Ben getting chased by Fatal Rampage. The Hunt comes out. There is the Pulse Round onto him. He is currently cleansed. He does have low health, but he is getting a lot of healing from that Lily and that Lucio. At the same time, there is the Skeleton Mages, but they're currently Lucio and the the Lucio and the Illidan were completely just bodied there. The Skeleton Mages completely set them up, and actually Forever Zero gonna have the Abathur clone copied and killed. But D-Rec getting chased around here, and actually the one thing that they haven't noted, they have their entire 5-man down here, and Medieval will go ahead and just pick this up. They can't make this rotation, period. So that's going to be Lily dying, Unaverted asking for Lily to come die, and that's going to be the waves pushed in quite a bit. And the other thing that we need to note here is that this has already been stacked up quite a bit, so Probius is going to get quite a bit of value into this top lane. Now in in bottom, they're going to go ahead and actually get this boss. Fatal Rampage potentially going to scout this out. Now, not all the members are up, but they are a little bit low on the side of Zul'jin and Juice. Currently, Gazlo going to be falling here. Kozer falling extremely low. He doesn't have the Avatar farm. Ben going to fall as well, and that's actually going to be Fatal Rampage stealing over the boss here. Hemo Santiago is going to be taking quite a bit of damage and actually going to have to use the... Oh my god. What an absolute riot. And the entire time, the one thing we need to note, top lane. Probius has been getting free push. Got a fort, working on the keep gate, and with the next 18 seconds, can easily open this up, maybe get a little bit damage on the keep, but I don't expect too much here. I don't expect it to be going over, especially because Kurt Dog is now back up into this top lane. Probius will have to kind of deal with a little bit of that. Hino Santiago being able to just get through the gate, not getting stunned out by the boss. Now we do have Unaverted, Kozer, and Hino Santiago here down here. D-Rec is taking quite a bit of damage. The Water Dragon does come out. The slow is there, but unfortunately I do not see D-Rec living through this. Gonna just kind of run around, juke a little bit. They get the kill, and they're gonna go ahead and clear up this boss as it just kind of opens up the bottom lane a little bit. Now, in this mid, they currently just have Abathur and Lucio just hanging out. It looks like Probius and Fatal Rampage will go ahead and pick up this camp. And on the same side, looks like it's also going to show because they just hit one of the Abathur mines. So they're going to show on map, but they're definitely picking up their boss. And the question that I have to ask is, with Lily dead, do they go onto this? We do have a zone. It is 16 to 16. Just want to pull this up really quick and check on a few of the stacks. It looks like they're going to currently go into this. Kozer's going to go ahead. We have Ezreal actually currently in that back. There is the reverse amp from him. He's going to boop one of the members away. Fatal Rampage taking quite a bit of damage. They actually steal away the boss! They steal it again once. They steal it away once again. And it looks like they're going to be able to disengage from this, only losing the Illidan. So this will be boss currently pushing into the top lane. As we noted that during the last curse, Probius opened up this gate. And in mid, during this entire time, there has been that hard camp pushing up as well, taking out some of those tower shots. Bottom is going to get a little bit stacked up. It looks like Lily's going to go ahead and rotate down there and potentially push this up a little bit. But this is just aggressive play on the side of base gods. They're pushing these guys back. Ben actually taking a little bit of damage here, but they're going to go ahead and actually just disengage completely. They're not going to take any of the fight. This camp will get cleared up before it gets any value, but at the same time, they took it off the map. So at this point, you know, there isn't that value for Zul'jin and Juice. And actually, Lily's going to D-Rec sneaking this camp, and actually Hino Santiago is going to scout it out. They do have the Water Dragon, I do believe, so they do have that slow. Looks like they will go ahead and use it, but there is the Bone Present onto Lily, but the blow up is there. So they do get the kill onto Lily. Now Abathur currently just postured up at boss. We actually have... So we actually have majority of the members in mid. It will get scouted out through this bush. Now this top one is actually extremely important for Zul'jin Juice. If they can get this, they can actually get a very good push. That bottom lane and mid lane are extremely well pushed in. So if they can actually get this, the curse in their favor will be very, very powerful. And it'd be something that base gods need. They obviously, you know, they're posturing all their members. They have Abathur in bottom lane, kinda. There is actually the clone is already out. That's double Lucio. We currently have a dive in from Fatal Rampage. He is going to get Bone Prison, taking quite a bit of damage. He will get the focus of the damage, and that is the majority of it. Now Probius utilizing his Pylon Overcharge, and that's going to be Lucio falling as well. Unaverted is currently trying to channel this Kurt Dog, taking so much damage because there's no healer. And it looks like they get the Hearth. And they get the curse as well. Now, top lane is going to need to be addressed right away, I would assume. Looks like Tracer will just blink forward. They're going to go ahead and just push up this wave. Do they go for a keep? They're going to try and, I think, open up the top lane. And this is the thing that I was talking about bottom. Just looking at the minimap, there were minions stacking up here, and you can already see that it's just completely... That bottom lane is going to be overrun. Medieval taking quite a bit of damage from the dive from Ben. He actually will get the kill, and that's going to be a staggered death. And this is not the situation you want to be in on the side of base gods, because of the fact that you are going to be having this entire team. Now, we do have the blink out. There is actually the hunted from Illidan onto Tracer. The round did go off, so they do get a little bit of damage, but D-Rec is there for some of the heals. Hemo Santiago going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Forever Zero going to get copied there. They're going to copy D-Rec, actually, so we have the Abathur clone out. Double blinds are in place, but it looks like they just get the keep, and they completely disengage from this rotation. They actually pull out the Abathur ultimate, too, which is quite a good feat for them. They got the keep, which is going to be extremely powerful. It puts their top lane as a win condition for them currently, because the boss does have about 130 on it. Their boss is currently, available. We do have a little bit of a fight, though. Fatal Rampage taking quite a bit of damage. The cleanses come out a little bit early, and they actually get the kill onto him. That last little Vala damage coming out. So that is going to be their main source of damage. Gonna be dead here, and I'm curious to see, will they take advantage of it on the side of Zul'jin and Juice? They have 20s, and I apologize, I don't have the I didn't have the stats screen up there. There's just too many fights happening at once. Unaverted looks like he's gonna back, actually, just to get full, because they don't have a healer on the side of him. They actually get the disengage. D-Rec taking quite a bit of damage. Hemo Santiago trying to use that Rain of Vengeance. Excuse me. It's not Rain of Vengeance, Strafe. But this is what I was talking about with the top lane. Since catapults are going to be up here, this is going to be a very, very strong lane for Zul'jin and Juice. And look to see them probably make a play around the boss in the next 30 seconds, if not going for the opposing boss. Illidan is alive in a few seconds, and he is going to have Hunt. But if they can pull all of... And I'm sorry, I'm just focusing on the boss here. If they can pull the assets of base gods towards this boss and just drag this fight out for an extremely long time, they'll just win. Currently, there's the Illidan. He is actually, looks like he's going to get into hunt range potentially, or just help clear up the wave. So they go ahead and get this camp. They're going to clear out a lot of Probius's pylons and stuff. Nothing too crazy. They are close on the side of 20s themselves. They're actually going to go ahead and start this boss on the side of Zul'jin and Juice, but base god's going to want to take this fight here, trying to get a little bit of damage out. Boss is going to get unleashed once again, so it's going to go back to full. The boss in their lane is open, so this is definitely the win condition for them. Either or, realistically. Now, base gods, they are close to 20s here. They should be able to get it off of this minion wave. Probius trying to scout out that boss because they are not showing, but they do show a couple of them in mid. So at this point, they go ahead and they also put Ezreal in this bush just to make sure that they're zoning the few of the members back. Now, this is a 0-0 curse point, so I'm curious to see, are they just going to make another boss call? Or are they... Because they're posturing for it. They have the majority of their members dedicated to this top lane. Looks like they're going to give this over. Lili will go ahead. D-Rec is going to get this point. And they currently just have Abathur and Fatal Rampage are going to go ahead and actually just consistently push up this lane. And now actually we have Forever Zero going into bottom and going ahead and just kind of utilizing Locust to do that as well. Actually, there's D-Rec here currently going to get caught out in the mid lane. There are so many stuns. The Tracer Pulse Round is on as well, and that is going to be the kill. Now, since they are roaming as a 5... you know what? The moment I mentioned roaming as a 5-stack... Okay, now... So they're roaming as a 5-stack, and I was like, they got that kill. Do they go and push in that bottom lane? Because that is pushed up quite a bit, and they're going to go ahead and take a boss. The vulnerability from Zul. Look at that. They absolutely melt this boss. So before Ezreal can even get in here, they actually get the boss. Vala getting quite a bit of damage out onto him as he's kind of speeding away now. And the thing we have to note here is Ben is actually going to vault forward. He does use the boot back. Kozer going to go ahead and dive out as well. I believe he has the stun. He does miss it. And Ezreal looked like he will be getting away with a few hundred health. Vala going to go near the gate, potentially going to get the multi-shot out. It's not going to connect, but the boss is currently stepping onto this bottom lane. Now, at the same time, we need to note, Illidan went ahead and stole the other boss away. So it looks like this is kind of a do-or-die situation for Zul'jin and Juice. It looks like they're potentially going for the core rush. And if they do wipe here, this is going to be game-ending, obviously, because you have a boss currently going onto your core. Now, granted, it is going onto a keep, so you do have that little bit of that time. But it looks like a few of the members will dive out. D-Rec can take quite a bit of damage. The pylon overcharges out from the Probius. They're taking so much on the side of Zul'jin and Juice. Ezreal going to be falling there, but the Vala's going to be... And Vala's going to be falling to the Abathur, actually. Kozer taking quite a bit of damage. Forever Zero going to be losing the copy. Currently, Abathur is out. Ben is going to be dying here. Kozer is so low, he's going to die as well. Unaverted is getting low himself, but the one thing we need to know, boss is currently chunking down this core. We do get that kill, okay. Gazlo will die. Do they save the shielding? Ooh. And this boss over here, it does have a catapult behind it, and the catapults should be stacking up. Luckily, the boss slammed exactly there, so it's actually going to be working out for them quite a bit. This boss slapping core. And I misspoke there. The catapult, I didn't realize that was actually Zul'jin and Juice's catapult. Looks like their core will be not falling as well, but there is still like 10 seconds, so they do have to make this rotation around the map. Illidan is going to go ahead and hunt in on the catapult, and he's going to start working onto this core. Forever Zero will copy him. That is going to be the first game going over to Base Gods. GG, well played. Right, and welcome back. I gotta catch up on Twitch chat. Bold rotations. Yes, they were bold rotations. Getting more value. Mine build versus no healer build is so annoying. It honestly, when we were loading into that game, that felt like a quick match. When we got in, I was reading a chat for something else, and I was like clicking around. And I was like, I just realized like I think I'm playing the game currently. I'm not. Like, I was casting. I had to get back in the mindset because we were loading in. I was just like, this isn't something we typically see. But a phenomenal game out of both teams. I absolutely love that. We're gonna go ahead and set up the next lobby. We're gonna try and turn and burn this because we actually have another matchup right after this series. Let me just see. Okay. I'm just double checking all these different Discord channels. Just want to make sure. Okay, so it looks like we are good on that front. We're gonna go ahead and message the team, and I just need to update my. Oopsie! I need to also claim who won the first map. Round 1 went over to Base Gods. Yes? Did it load? Yes. Okay, go ahead. Do things. Thank you. Okay, so second game. Looks like everyone's all set, so I just need to set the map, and we just need to wait on Zul'jin and Juice, I believe, to pick the map. But either way, how are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for coming by. I apologize, I'm drinking on stream, but what a first game. Some of those engagements were just absolutely insane. I'm peeking back over because I have Twitch open on the other side, and just that core at the end, I mean, that hunt in, I was just like, they're going to spawn, they're going to get the defense on this. But no, the Illidan hunt in onto the catapult, duplicate from Abathur. They melted that thing down quickly. Just got to wait on one of the team members to let me know which map they would like to go into next, and we will get that set up. Kozer 88 just I'm just trying to remember who's on what team. I believe it is Zul'jin and Juice who pick map. Okay. Just want to I want to get the ball rolling on this because we have an 8 o'clock game that we definitely want to hit. So this is the game was I was just informed at one point. It was just like we're starting half an hour late, and I'm like, but I have another stream later. All right, so they will go ahead and let me know what map it's going to be. So we will be getting into this one. Where are you? Come on, there you are. Go ahead and get this out to the teams. Swap me to observer and get all this junk going. You're on this side, I believe. You're on this side, I believe. I'm just trying to remember like who's on what side and just like swap everyone over. I know that you're on the other team. That was the Abathur. Hey! Match rates, thank you. Mock rates, excuse me. Let me say it right. Mock rates. Thank you for the follow, as well as Unaverted too. I don't think it pinged that one, but thank you, Unaverted, as well. Oh, no, it did. Thank you, Unaverted. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Now, the question is... Everything look good? Okay, looks like we'll be going into this, but I'm excited because that first game, the draft that they... Alright, looks like we will be getting into this game, and we will be going into Tomb of the Spider Queen. So let's see, what are we going to see in this next game? Are we going to have another crazy draft, or are we going to have just something standard on Tomb of the Spider Queen? We'll see here. Nope, we're going into the first band show once again. Alright, you know what? If they want to play the game this way and they have an understanding, I absolutely encourage it. And Kozer in chat, I couldn't agree with you more right now. I am very excited for this draft because this is Tomb of the Spider Queen. Like, wave clear, this is Tomb of the Spider Queen. Like, that's the priority here. You want to just constantly push these waves up. You constantly want to make these rotations. The quicker you clear the lane, the quicker you get gems, the quicker you can turn in. You get that experience advantage on the enemy team. So specialists, guess what they're very good at? Pushing and wave clear. So I'm curious to see what we're gonna get here. I mean, we had quite the draft last time. So let's just go completely just like this entire game. We're gonna go out of the park on all the picks. So first pick, Tomb of the Spider Queen.
There is always hope.
What? I was just gonna be like, all right, well, if it's Tomb of the Spider Queen, we're gonna go ridiculous stuff. Like, why not just take Zul? I mean, it's not ridiculous actually to take Zul. We can take Hammer. Still not ridiculous. You can take Murky. Ridiculous probably. It's just like. If there's an Ariel, though, I'm wondering if they're actually going to be going into the Hammer. Hey, D-Rec, thank you so much for the follow as well. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. But the Ariel could pair into a Hammer here. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be an Ariel with the Hammer. Now, on the side of Zul'jin and Juice, what are they going to take? That's the real question. I didn't update the map, and I apologize for that. Let me just go ahead and check that off. It should update the little API on the bottom. Start round number 2. Yes? No? Okay. Okay, we're gonna have a Lucio into a Lily. What are you guys doing to me? I have no draft analysis at this point. Like, I don't know what to break down. Oh, no, I'm not even going to. But realistically, I think that if Base Gods is going to be going into anything and they're actually going to try and build like a wonky comp but actually have it work, I think a hammer would work out very well here. The Ariel hammer composition would pair well together. Personally, I actually think... Well, actually, Morales would technically work better with hammer just because you sit behind her with the heal beam and then just chuck out grenades constantly. We'll see, though. There's some sort of weird limitations that they put on this draft. There's the Morales. Do we see a hammer? Oh my god, are we going to see a healer composition around a hammer? What are they doing? I can't figure out any of their draft at all. This is just absolutely insane. What do you take in this band slot? I personally say, like, if we're gonna go weird, ban out the hammer here. I think hammer needs to be banned out because I think that's what they're gonna be going for. I can't even with these teams. Like, so what is it like? Oh, so second round you're only allowed to ban stealthies? Like first 3 picks of the game are only healers? No, because I was like, no, because it's not gonna be like that. Okay, no, Probius. Does that mean they're gonna go into Gazlo? Wait, they played Probius last time. I'm just so confused by these drafts. Beyond my even just. Let's get ridiculous here, and I honestly think that either one of the teams should put Zula into their rotation if it is going to be.
You could give the best
Cyber Silver Fatal, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot to me. Thank you. What are these picks gonna be? You guys are killing me. I think if you are going ridiculous, Murky, Zool, Hammer, those are all, I think, really good options. Unless, are they saying like the next pick has to be stealthies? Because then all you have is like what? It's just healers. It's just all it is healers. All it is healers. I just want to get in the game at this point. Like that's all I care about. These last 2 picks, like I just want to see how this all works out. I mean, this match is gonna take forever. All right, let me get a message out really quickly. Okay. I was just messaging one of the teams, just letting them know. I was letting them know that if this goes over, unless we delay their game, I can't cast them. It's just because these are best of 3. So if this does go into a third, I'm not gonna ditch the team that I'm already casting, and I apologize to the team afterwards. It's just unfortunately one team was like, we're pushing up 30 minutes. The other team was like, we unfortunately can't because. I mean, it's 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is already pretty late. I mean, it's 11 East Coast, and majority of players that I've been casting and like talking to, the majority of them are on the East Coast. It's far and few between over here, and this is a purely healer composition between both teams. Okay. On Tomb of the Spider Queen, like, I can't, I guess at this point, I'd give it over to Base Gods because they have the only wave clear, technically. Golden Rank Euthos, thank you so much for the follow. I don't even know. But on the left-hand side, we're going to have Direk on Brightwing, Frozen Zero on Ariel, Ezreal on Ana, Fatal Rampage on Uther, and Medieval on Lieutenant Morales. That is Base Gods. On the right-hand side, we have Unaverted with... I'm sorry, not Unaverted with. We're going to have Unaverted on Malfurion, Ben on Tyrande, Hemo Santiago on Lily, Kurt Dog on Lucio, and Burger on Karazim. That is going to be Zul'jin and Juice. Mock rates, I agree with you. Like, I'm sitting here just like... oh my god. 56 seconds, and it's just like, yeah, we'll go ahead and lock in that. We got that Malf. Koza called it in Twitch chat, by the way. Good on you, dude. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we'll have... What do you do? Like, who's your solo laner? Brightwing's the solo laner up against Malf, maybe? Do you run a 5-stack constantly top? Me? I'm muted. Oh, okay. I panicked there for a second. I was like, I was muted? Like, everything looks fine. Okay. 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 We'll go for the memes. There's gonna be the grenade out. Oh, I'm glad, like, it wasn't like hey, let's, I'll just, like, shoot across the bow. It was like, no, we're gonna go ahead and just hit you with the grenade. But, Tyrande gets the Lunar Flare off right away. We're currently gonna have Lily gonna go ahead and go into that bottom lane. Kurtog gonna take a little bit of damage, but he will get sleep darted. We'll figure out that darted. I don't know. We'll figure out the term for that as this game goes on. But just this I don't even know what. Like, Lily's gonna currently solo. Hemo Santiago is gonna be soloing bottom currently. I don't even know. It's a healer versus healer composition. Brightwing will have that wave clear, and this is the thing that I was actually going to refer to, is that Brightwing did go into, it looks like, going to be the Q build. We're gonna actually just focus on the rotations up here between these teams. We're actually going to have not Lunar. We're going to have Tyrande actually going into the Lunar Flare build here, which is going to be interesting. Typically, I've been seeing a lot of Bird build, Owl build, with that Ranger talent at level 1, but it looks like... Excuse me, Medieval will get zoned away, but he will get healed by one of the other 4 members of his team. Grenade out from Medieval. Gonna separate a few, but with Lucio, the health is just never gonna end. That is true. It's either Malf or Stukov. But Medivh's technically a support. He's a specialist, but either way. Looks like in the bottom lane, currently just gonna have Direk. Gonna go ahead and push up that much against the up against Hemo Santiago. In mid, though, you have a Lunar Flare going out. It's not going to be connecting. Fatal Rampage is going to move out into Kurt Dog. stun onto Kurt Dog. There is the reduced healing, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to chase that down. There is the dart onto Ben, so he will actually be kind of stunned out there for a few seconds. And honestly, that feels like I've played against Anas. That sleep feels forever. And speaking of forever, Zero taking quite a bit of damage from Burger as he dashed in there. Fours will be achieved first on the side of Zul'jin and Juice, but it looks like it's just going to be kind of evenly matched up because realistically, in a healer composition, I don't know how much of a extreme advantage you can take with, you know, a talent advantage because, oh, we actually get the stun into unaverted. There is no dart, I believe, to follow up just yet. There is the actual displacement, and that will be the first kill of the game going over, excuse me. They're going to go kill for kill here. They're going to get the counter kill onto Brightwing. That's going to be about, I think, 15 gems drop there. We do have displacement from Medieval, but it does not get Kurt Dog out of the, or at least positioned the way they want it. Currently have Burger doing quite a bit of damage to Ezreal, but we'll get that negative status effect and just back off. Currently in mid, though, we do have Ben going up against Medieval, and we have Burger rotating in, gonna get stunned out. We do have the, looks like we're gonna have the Zul'jin from Brightwing. D-Rec will go ahead and get in here. Four talent still being held out. Kurt Dog gonna go behind this team, actually gonna get whipped away. And currently he's gonna have a back off teams here. Brightwing is gonna get one of the Q talents, so that's actually gonna be Uther's level 1 talent already being finished. 3 minutes and 49 seconds into the game. Lily is actually going to be pushing Ezreal in here quite a bit, but we have a little bit of a collapse onto some of the members in this mid, a huge root onto 3 of them. But the thing is, this is so early in the game that some of these healers don't have any sort of like stacks or anything to do a lot of that damage. They do get the whip onto unaverted. He is going to get able to get out of there without a problem. We do have Ezreal kind of getting into this backline. The dart I should be available at this point. I'm curious if they're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Block is out. They actually get a stun onto Ezreal. A huge heal from Forever Zero, and they will be able to stay alive there without a problem. Polymorph is out onto Burger here, but he is staying within the root, so it actually baits a few of the members in. Now we do have a grenade out from Medieval. Doesn't get any of the members zoned away. Get a stun onto Ariel. There's the dive forward from Burger onto Forever Zero, taking quite a bit of damage. Going to get healed up from a few members, but Kurt Dog taking quite a bit himself, and that will be a kill onto him. Now, do you have a root onto Fatal Rampage, taking a little bit of damage in that back line for Burger? Nope, looks like Ben is actually going to get just perfectly scooted in front of his own gate. In bottom, just checking in, D-Rec versus Santiago. It looks, Hemo Santiago is going to be pretty even of a matchup. I'm going to stay in this mid lane currently, and that's going to be Ana finishing her level 1 questing talent as well at 5 minutes. This is quick. A double stun from Ben. Going to get a few more stacks himself. But it looks like at this way, it's just such a like passive game currently. They've been ignoring top lane for quite some time. They actually get to sleep onto them. Oh my god. The double net negative status effect is going to be, I think, the thing that is going to be the negative status effect is going to be the thing that hinders Zul'jin and Juice so hard in this game. Because if you can't heal and you have a team of healers, they're just completely mitigated. So they actually get the stun onto Burger. He will have to back off here. There is a little bit of zoning here. They are quite close to getting this turn, and they have enough on their side. Base Gods could go for a Web Weaver turn-in phase. Kurt Dog going to go ahead and just make sure Ezreal doesn't get those in, but unfortunately I think he will. And at the same time, Fatal Rampage taking quite a bit of damage, able to get away. He does have the shielding onto himself. D-Rec going to get a little bit of that creepy damage. Oh, just that Brightwing skin. Oof. I'll take Gingerbread Nazebo over that any days. I love Gingerbread Nazebo in comparison to Monkey King Brightwing, because it's just what nightmares are made of. There's actually this... Oh, Ben going to get knocked out before they get right back into position. Negative status effect for healing, but it looks like they're just going to chase Ben behind here. Now, it looks like there is a little bit of a flank here from D-Rec. They do get the stun onto the Brightwing. Unfortunately, they don't have any follow-up damage. Meanwhile, though, Fatal Rampage has been able to turn in his 16, so at this point they're going to rotate D-Rec into the position and start to get the turn in, as well as Forever Zero, and they're going to zone with just the body. They're going to utilize their bodies just to block the damage. And it looks like this will be the first Web Weaver phase going over to Base God. Zul'jin and Juice will have to take the defense on this one. Actually, there is the sleep onto Ben, but they knock him out of it right away. The huge negative status effect on the So the healing was just completely mitigated there. Now in bottom lane, we currently have Lily staying down there. So this is a 4v4 in mid, and we have Bright. Oh my god, Fatal Rampage taking so much damage, but able. Oh no, not able to save himself. He does have Ghost Form, so he will be able to kind of at least give a little bit of healing out while they try and push this in, but it looks like his Ghost Form is going to be falling. Now in top lane, we do have Kerosene diving onto D-Rec. Burger going to be able to get a little bit of damage out, but at the same time, there's the Polymorphs that will kind of counteract him a little bit. This Web Weaver, though, is starting to push quite hard, and they're going to be actually getting two of the members pushed back. Ben going to take a huge amount of damage from that wave, but the break it down is there from Lucio, and I apologize that I didn't have that bottom talent selection up. My mistake. I'm just completely enamored by this because these guys are just this is quite a strong push. They actually get this. Oh, the stun isn't there. The boop actually anti-synergized with it, but Ezreal staying within the minion wave, just trying to get a little bit of damage out. The Eye Horrors is used at like basically point blank range. Like this is like scoping with an op like in front of the counter terrorist unit or whoever you're going up against in source or whatever. But it's just Stim drone onto the Ana's gonna deal a. I mean, it's the only option, but okay. Just Stim drone. Medevac, I think, would have been a little bit better here. Either way, though, we have D-Rec. Huge silence out onto a few of the members. There is no healing, but we do have Forever Zero coming up here, getting the heal. Now, Kurt Dog is actually out of position. We actually have the Polymorph onto Ben, trying to get away here. There is no follow-up stun, but this is also the counter turn in, and it actually is going to be starting quite far up into this top lane. We're going to go ahead and actually get the kill onto Lily, it looks like, in this mid. I apologize for missing that, but in top lane, we currently have the 7-sided strike coming out. Forever Zero taking quite a bit of damage. Not able to get close enough to Fatal Rampage, but Burger going to potentially get caught out here. Double stun, and looks like they might actually get the kill onto. Okay, no. I thought they were going to get the extra kill, but it does not look like they do. There's other, like, there was a circle that popped up and just completely, like, threw me off. I'm like, I have not seen a lot of Ana play, so I don't know. They should shoot their Malfurion. What do you... Because you see every hero on the map. They should shoot Malfurions, right? They can see every hero on the map? Okay, no, they don't see the map. Never mind. I do not know the talent well enough. Because I thought they could see the Malfurion. I'm like, hit him so he doesn't hearth. But it allows you to see all your team members. And there's actually the Water Dragon out from Lily, getting a couple of members slowed here. 7-sided strike onto Morales. But Evil taking quite a bit of damage. Able to get out, but is going to be blinded. D-Rec going to take a little bit himself. There's a huge Divine Storm from Fatal Rampage, but Burger is going to get the break it down put around him. There's a huge silence onto a few of the members. The stun does go out onto Uther here. Fatal Rampage taking so much damage, but Kurt Dog is going to get into the backline. There is the nano boost, or excuse me, the oh my god, Stim Drone, and I believe it, did it not go off? Maybe I didn't see the status effect on anyone. There's actually a huge root onto Fatal Rampage, and D-Rec here chasing a little bit deep. D-Rec actually going to take a huge amount of damage. They're going to be falling here. They're going to get the counter chase at this, but they're just chasing each other back and forth in mid lane. Currently have the Water Dragon out once again from Lily. I do not believe it connected onto anyone there because of the fact that I don't think... Ouch. Uther will be falling. I don't think anyone was in range for it. At least I didn't see it connect onto anyone. I might have missed it. We currently have Ezreal, though, going back. Uther will be losing his Ghost Form. And Ariel, the one thing I want to know, because I was just like, why is my map all shiny? Oh, Ariel took Resurrect, so she does have the option to resurrect the Uther. They could take it, but they're going to go ahead and looks like they get this fort and back right off. Now, this is technically the advantage for Zul'jin and Juice. They definitely have the advantage in this game currently. They do have the experience advantage as well as the talent advantage, so they're going to go ahead and try and get this turn in. They only need 4 more. Ezreal just being a complete jerk and not letting that turn in happen. There's 28 on the side of Ben, so they need to make sure that well, actually, Hemo Santiago or Ben can get the turn in here, and that's going to be the thing that they need to really worry about. Hemo Santiago is going to go ahead, and it looks like they just completely ignore that. They get the turn in here. Displacement Grenade does not connect onto any of the members. Now, we do actually have Fatal Forever Zero taking a little bit of damage. Ben is going to get Polymorph. Hemo Santiago taking a little bit himself. There is the chase onto Ben. Now, this is another Web Weaver phase back-to-back. Dragon does go out. There is a 7-sided strike, but there's also a push back from Brightwing's Emerald Wind. Now, Stim Drone is out onto Ana once again. The crown's on her as well, just completely getting that Aria Ball filled up. Kersing will be dying here from just those consistent shots. Hemo Santiago going to get displaced from the Morales grenade, and it looks like they're going to actually have to back up in this mid because the rest of the team has rotated in for a huge fight. Forever Zero just having that full bar, getting his team back up to full there. It looks like they're just going to go ahead and let the minion waves kind of push these web weavers out. Top is starting to get assaulted, but looks like they're just going to go ahead and kind of give this over. Go for the fight in mid. Because they're not disengaging from this at all. They keep going back in for the damage here. Kurt Dog actually going to get the displacement there for the members. Water Dragon going to hit Fatal Rampage, but there is, I believe, the cleanse right away. There is Morales going to be blinded. We actually have Brightwing going to be shifting in here, providing a little bit extra of, I believe, shielding? There we go. Yeah. This is just a chase out. Oh my god, there's the root onto one of the members. The stun follow-up as well. D-Rec taking quite a bit of damage. The displacement grenade from Morales will get them away from each other. But the Polymorph is out onto one of them. Unaverted taking quite a bit of damage, but the silence is out. Break it down as well. There is a 7-sided strike from Karazim, and the D-Rec are going to utilize the Emerald Wind, but will die in that backline. Now the question is, can they get some damage out with this? But it does not look like it. Oh, there's a huge Divine Storm, but it's actually going to get a bunch of them blown apart from Morales. Actually, the Water Dragon will connect once again onto Fatal Rampage. They're so low on the side of Zul'jin and Juice. The Displacement Grenade does get Kurt Dog here, and that's the one person I think they want to really focus on. Triple grenades out, and they're absolutely just the cooldown reduction that it looks like they took the cooldown reduction at 13, I'm assuming? Yeah. It's only 1 second, but if you are hitting 5 people like that, the stun does go out from Lunar. This is a never-ending back-and-forth battle. Someone has to lose out on their mana, and that's... Brightwing will go ahead and just phase shift once again. There is actually the Lunar Shadowstalk from Ben here. There's actually a little bit of a burst damage out. Burger's going to dive in. There's the stun out. Looks like they just get the extra healing out. Medieval going to take a little bit of damage himself in this bottom lane currently. Burger going to dive in there, do a little bit himself. Now, the thing is, I want to note here is that, like, they're fighting 2 levels down, and it's just not going over to either team. Like, actually, there's a Stim Drone out. We currently have there's the Water Dragon as well. D-Rec is Break It Down is going to come out as well. Ezreal falling so extremely low here. They're going to actually get the 7-sided out from Burger here, but they're not able to confirm a kill. And it looks like this has just been a back-and-forth stalemate. There is no repositioning from the Morales grenade. The Eye of Horus will be utilized here, so they can at least... So it looks like they're just going to get the heals off of it and get some dismounts, it looks like. Just completely being a nuisance. They're going to go ahead and turn in their 44 at this point and make sure that they don't drop those in a potential fight. Now, on the side of base gods, they can get this minion wave and go for a turn in and get a little bit of pressure for themselves. And as these web weavers are going to progress through the game, these 16-minute web weavers, 17-minute web weavers, they're going to start to. Oopsie, I did not hit the right key there. My mistake. There we go. These web weavers, as they stack throughout the game, are definitely going to be scaling so well. I peeked over at Twitch chat, and I was just like, oh yeah, there is no cleanse. And I believe... Either way, there is actually a double stun onto a few of the members. The bird is out. It's going to hit a few as well. Looks like 16s have been achieved, so it looks like there is a little bit more of an aggressive posturing on the side of base gods. Looks like there's a huge D-Storm out. The Break It Down is out from Kurt Dog as well. There's the Stim Drone on top of that too. It's just the complete back and forth between so many of these teams. Burger getting a bunch of damage out. Going to have to dive into his team here. But it looks like we do have the chase. A huge silence from Unaverted. The other members will be diving back in. Ana will be falling here. This is starting to look like it's going to go in the favor of Zul'jin and Juice. Fatal Rampage taking a little bit of damage, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and have to back off here. Unaverted going to be taking quite a bit himself. Karazim's going to dive in here. Uther kind of getting backed into a corner. Going to have to rotate away. Fatal Rampage potentially going to die. The whip is there, but unfortunately it wasn't in time, and they get the kill onto Uther. Now, he isn't Ghost Form. He does have a little bit of healing to provide to a few of his team members, but they are just pressing on to this keep front gate. Meanwhile, Ariel, you have Resurrect. Like, use it. Use your Resurrect, please. Use it on Uther. Your Ana's almost up. Medieval is going to be taking quite a bit of damage. The stun is also going to be out as well. Okay, they're going to resurrect the Morales actually here. It's going to be the priority for that. We currently have the majority of the teams coming back. Medievals are going to be rooted on top of that revival, though, and it's going to be the revival into the death. That's going to be Ariel falling as well, and this keep is going to start to be burned down, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and skip the keep and go straight for the core. I don't think they have enough time to do the keep and the core. They're currently trying to work on this, but it's a slow progress. They're slowly getting the shield down. Fatal Rampage taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna get the D-Storm off, but will he be able to get out alive? The boop is there from Lucio. He actually goes back in with the heal now. They are taking a little bit of damage. Now they also do have Siege Giants currently pushing the bottom lane also. Ana trying to get these shots out, but it looks like we are going to be going into a game number 3, folks. Zul'jin and Juice taking game number 2 with an all-healer comp versus an all-healer comp. GG, well played. All right, and welcome back. I just got to check this message really quickly. Oh. All right, well, it actually, ooh, huge frame drop. Whoa. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, I think we're back now. Woo, that was really bad. I apologize to stream. I don't know what happened. That was so weird. That's very odd. I've never seen that before. Okay. I already have the map, so I apologize. We're not going to be looking into this too much here, but there definitely are a lot of different things we can dissect here. But we're going to go ahead and pull this away. We're going to go ahead and set up the next game because it looks like these teams want to get into this next one. Let me go ahead and update the API as well. So Zul'jin and Juice won that game. Let's go ahead and set myself to observer, spectator. We're going to do lobby, link, send this out to the chair league people. So we're going to go into round number 3. Select the map. Praxis holdout. There you are. Start round number 3. Okay. Okay, so we need to swap you with you. You with you. Forever Zero, that one. So it's Unaverted Burger, Ben, Kurt Dog, Himo Santiago. Go ahead and set the tournament draft. Ezreal picked maps, so that means it is team number 2 pick. And okay, so I'll just double check with lobby really quick. We already have the R already set out. They're already saying it looks good. Why are they only playing supports? Oh, 9th Tourbillon. Give me 1 second while we actually load in this game really quickly. Welcome to our 3rd and final game between these two teams on Braxis Holdout. So to answer 9th Tourbillon, the first game, they first banned Cho'Gall for either team. Then they banned Murky, and I do not remember the other one. Basically, they've just been doing ridiculous drafts and bans. So I believe the teams have discussed and chosen a specific way that they're doing some crazy stuff. There is still Fog of War stuff. Has unlimited range, though. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, Galderon. Everything for us, I don't know what happened. I looked over at my OBS and it was just like completely just locked down. Like it was just the entire bar was red and I was just like, I haven't done anything different. Why you do this to me? I love you. But it looks like we are back up and running nice and smooth. First pick Zagara on Braxis Holdout. I think we're going into another specialist game here, guys. That is definitely the direction I think this is going to be heading. If they are going to go the specialist route, I would personally think that Hammer, Samuro, and they took Asmodan. Thank you. Now I could just be hypercritical of the Asmodan the entire game, though. I play way too much of a hero that isn't like that great. Like Asmodan's good and everything. The thing is like I like playing Asmodan because it's a very good way for me to practice my minimap optimization as well as my global awareness of the map. So, because by utilizing generals and also dunking, you can also prioritize, like, you're watching map constantly, you're watching rotations, who's on map, who's where, and so I personally, like, I love playing Asmodan because I think it's just a really good training tool for myself, the way that I play. But Nazebo Gazlo, I mean, technically, the one thing we have to note here, though, on Gazlo, it's not a one-man wrecking crew. There's the Zul. So this is what I was saying. Like, Zul Hammer on this map, I think, are going to be extremely powerful. The push power you're going to get with them, the overall shrine hold is going to be really good. So currently, I'm going to give this draft over to Base Gods. I honestly think that they currently hold this over. At the same time, the Zebo does have a lot of good poke damage. The Zagar does provide a lot of good vision, and Gazlo does have a lot of turrets that he can set up for. But I think that the clear that you can get out of Zul, Hammer, and Asmodan counteract all those. But what do they take in this fourth slot? So are they doing like, are they going to do all specialists now? Because I kind of hope that. What's it gonna, I'm trying to think, like. Other specialists that would be really good on this map. No, they're gonna take Probius. It's not a bad idea. It did very well in the first game, as we saw. Just connection error, not your fault. Well, thank you. Thank you, Galderon. And if I'm saying your name wrong, I apologize. Please correct me. You got the Knight Murky. There's your solo laner right there. GG's. They won the game. They have the solo laner Murky. Realistically, it's probably going to be Zagara in the solo lane, I would expect. Medusa Blade's here. The Vision. Overall Nidus Network at 10. So I think Zagara is going to be the solo laner. I mean, because realistically, you could put any of these guys in the solo.
Let the games begin.
Like, that makes sense to me. Because you can technically rotate through boss a little bit quicker. You can do a little bit of a cheese in a sort of way. I mean, you don't have an out, but you definitely can get from one side to the other. I don't know. The portal in and out, if they utilize it and optimize it very well, it's going to be very beneficial. The other thing, too, that I want to know. So if you're in siege mode as Hammer, and you're at an altar, and you're next to it, you can channel it while in siege mode. So if Medivh puts a portal by Hammer, can she channel in siege mode? And literally... That would be amazing. Please, I hope they try that out. Either way, we're going to get into this game. On the left-hand side, we have Base Gods with Ezreal on Hammer, Direk on Zul, Fatal Rampage on Probius, Forever Zero on Asmodan, and Medieval on Medivh. On the right-hand side, we're going to have Zul'jin and Juice with Ben on Zagara, Hemo Santiago on Gazlo, Kurt Dog on Nazebo, Unaverted on Abathur, and Burger on Murky. I honestly, like, I don't know who's going to take this game at all. Okay, so let's get loaded in here. So I had a theory yesterday when I was streaming, I think. Asmodan, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Forever Zero. You do not take laser build. If you're running in the 4-man, which it looks like you're posturing for, the stacking off of Sieging Wrath, it's going to be so powerful. Nazebo actually going for... What are these choices? Did Murky go for... Okay. For Egg Hunt. I don't know what's happening. either way, I mean, it looks like we have a 5-man in top and a 5-man in bottom, and they're currently just going to pressure up. Oh. We're not going to look at talents right now. Are they doing what I think they're doing? Because I feel like that's why Sylvanas was banned out. Yep, that's going to be a fort. Kirkdog. I saw a ping for someone going somewhere, but it looks like Kirkdog's just going ahead. No. They're literally just not fighting. They're doing... What? Maybe we should just pull up the damage numbers, maybe. Abathur actually dying too. Okay, so I guess if you are going this way, I can't shame you Forever Zero, and I take it back. I apologize. I can't shame you if you're literally gonna do this. Are we... I don't... That's gonna be Zul dying to the fort. Medivh taking a little bit of damage here. Gazlo is gonna be dying as well. I guess game number 3's gonna go over to Space Gods. GG, well played, I guess. Okay, well. GG, well played. The third game's gonna go over to Base Gods in a very odd court rush.